Are you tired of hearing that you're a pioneer? Or?
No, it's great. I am.
Yeah.
I am. And that's like the greatest thing, because it was like amazing. I don't know how, we were out there doing comedy when we didn't even see other people that looked like us doing it.
You were the only one I saw.
Yeah. So it's incredible. It's really amazing.
It's so funny. And I'm kind of getting it too now, where
You should.
young people are coming up to me and going, I'm doing it because, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's so funny because it's like, I want to tell them, like, I didn't do it for you. You know what I mean? I did it for pussy. No, I'm not saying. I did it for, like, naturally, I would just gravitated toward
It's great.
it. But it's like,
to be
thank you.
brave enough to do it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. To be brave enough and not listen to anybody out there, or to not listen to the silence of no Asian voices out there anyway. That's what it is.
But it was also much, and can we admit this? It was much harder for us.
It was totally difficult.
It was
hard.
so much harder for us.
We didn't know that this time was coming, that there would be a lot of Asian American comedians.
Right.
We didn't know. So it was just like, we're trying.
Yeah.
We did it.
Dumbfounded just did a show maybe 3 weeks ago in Koreatown, and I did it.
Good.
And we were in the little area where the comics are, and I'm telling you, I had goosebumps so I'm sitting there, Dumb's there, and there's 9 comics, all Asian. Most of them are people on TV, and this and that, right? And I just looked and I went, oh my! It just kind of like impacted me in a very like spiritual way.
So cool.
Yeah, it was just like, I can't believe this. This
So
is
cool.
insane. The whole audience, you know what I mean, was Asian. It was just like a whole thing where I was just like, because, when Margaret and I were doing it, it was no one.
Nobody.
Nothing. Not even, there would be 2 Asians in the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like, when we were starting, like, who was it? It was Tamaya Otsuke.
Love her, yeah.
Who was the one that I saw before me. She was great.
She's great.
But that was it, I think. And then Johnny Yu.
Johnny, I know. I met him.
Yeah.
Nice guy. That's a nice guy. Yeah. But his opening line was, hello.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was his punchline.
But he was really like the only one.
Yeah.
And then, before that, I don't know.
You were the first one, though, that spoke like regular English.
Yeah.
And also had a point of view that I could relate to. Like, oh, she's just like me.
Yeah.
Like an American.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You were the first one.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. It's so crazy.
It's so insane.
But, just like there was this spirit of like, you want to just do it. You don't care what it took. I thought that I was just going to be like an open micer in San Francisco, and that I would have like a business where I would be scenting lotion with China Rain and peach, cucumber, and I would do that during the day, and then when headliners came in, I would MC.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Oh, then that's enough for me.
Yeah,
and that would be fine. But fortunately, it was a little bit.
Do you remember when you noticed that? Oh, I might be able to turn this into a thing.
I still don't know. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like I just was satisfied with so little that now it just kept growing of like, oh, this is actually getting better. And then I was excited about it. So
I think the first sign for a comic is becoming regulars
at a club. Yeah.
At a club.
Yeah.
So I think that's first sign. So whenever like I'm at the Comedy Store and like Chappelle Lacey just got passed.
Oh, cool.
And I was in the back with him, and he had his like first main room show. I was back there, and I looked at him and I go, "Hey man, congratulations! It's a big deal."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Thank you," but I just know that that's a big kind of landmark, milestone,
for sure,
right?
Really good.
And then the next thing is probably headlining a B room.
Yeah.
Right.
Or headlining at all.
At all. Yeah.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Like any kind of being able to have that much time to do.
Yeah. Even though you don't draw, you know what I mean? That's hard.
Still doing it.
Yeah.
Still being able to stay up there that whole time.
It's so hard.
It's great.
It's great. Yeah. And then back in our day was your first TV spot.
Oh, yeah.
Huge.
Such a big deal.
Huge milestone.
Such a big deal.
What was your first one?
My first television spot was MTV's Half Hour Comedy Hour.
Wow.
And then you would do like Evening at the Improv, and then Comic Strip Live, and then Comedy on the Road.
Yeah.
And then I did Star Search.
Oh, whoa.
And then I did The Bob Hope special.
Wow.
So old.
And did you meet him?
Yeah.
Nice?
Yeah. He couldn't hear you very well, and he couldn't see you very well. And so he was just so old. He was so old.
Yeah.
And he would do his sets, like he would do comedy in the beginning of the special, and they would be able to get one or two words out, and then they would cut it together to the other. He would put together a set of 5 minutes, but it took like a week.
Wow.
Because they would do like little pieces, and so it was all kind of in the editing.
Oh, wow.
Nice guy, but just super
Old.
So old.
Yeah, yeah.
And Phil Stiller was there, so old and so, but she was very on top of it, very spicy.
Imagine being on a show with Phyllis Diller.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine it.
Yeah.
They're like legends
Yeah.
of the fucking thing.
Incredible.
It's incredible.
But
probably during that time you were like, this is working.
Yeah. During that time I would be like, no, I guess this is going to be a job. And then I was embarrassed. I was at a party at J.J. Abrams' house because he and I were playing piano, and I was not HBO, but Bob Hope was on, and I was embarrassed that it was on, and then somebody said, "Oh, she's on TV right now," and so he made everybody watch it, and I was so embarrassed.
Wow.
But it was like I was there, kind of like, oh, I guess it was kind of. This is kind of I think might be.
That's
okay.
a huge deal.
Yeah.
And also playing piano with J.J. Abrams is pretty big.
That's also pretty crazy.
He's cool.
He wasn't probably who he was. He was a writer, right?
But he had like just made Regarding Henry, that movie.
All right.
And he was just starting out pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was really cool.
Wow. What a life.
Yeah.
And it's not over.
No, hopefully.
No. You have another 30 years.
More, maybe more.
40.
I'd say.
50 years, 50 years.
Before I get in that box with your dad. I
yeah.
think maybe, I would like to be like old, like the people that live in Okinawa.
Oh, yeah.
Like really, really old. That's kind of my goal. So we'll see.
Yeah, but in Okinawa, we should come because it's very communal, right? And they don't lock their doors. And if a kid wanders off, he's safe because the whole village is